Yes, I'll put you through.
Bill Boatwise. Mr. Ficarino, Owensville, Missouri. Where exactly is that? Just outside of St. Louis. Great town. Haven't been there in a few years. Mr. Ficarino, to what do I owe the pleasure of this call? You want to sell your boat. Tell me, what type of boat do you have? An 88-foot Limone 2004. A great Italian build. Tell me, why do you want to sell the boat? Okay, you want to upgrade the boat. That's what a lot of people like to do. Tell me, you sound American. How is the boat flagged? It's a Cayman Island flag. So it's a foreign-built boat. It's a Cayman Island, foreign registered. Tell me, have you paid duty on the boat? You've paid duty. You claim to pay duty, but you don't have a receipt. Okay, you think the previous owner did it. Tell you what, that's something that we'll have to contact a customs broker, and we'll get to the bottom of the duty payment. So, Mr. Ficarino, what is the name of the boat? Spicy Meatball. Wow, that's a great name for an Italian-built boat. Where exactly do you keep the boat? Titusville, Florida. Okay, now are you using the boat a lot? Is the boat sitting? Tell me what's going on with the boat at the moment. You've just done a maintenance period, you spent a little money on it, and you're ready to get the boat sold. I understand. You'd like to keep it in Titusville because the dockage is cheap. Well, I can certainly tell you that Fort Lauderdale will be a bit more expensive in terms of dockage than Titusville. However, in Titusville, the boat is simply going to be on the market. We want the boat in the market. So I think it'd be a worthwhile cost to get the boat down to Fort Lauderdale. We're going to have a lot more opportunity to sell the boat. I think we'll be able to generate a lot more leads with the boat here in Fort Lauderdale versus Titusville. Just out of curiosity, Mr. Ficarino, how did you get my information? Okay, so a friend of yours at a cocktail party gave you my number. That's great. And you have a few friends that you want to put in an exclusion list in the listing agreement. That might be an issue because you mentioned that the boat is on a cruising permit. And it's also not, being that it's on a cruising permit, it's not going to be available for sale to U.S. residents while in U.S. waters. Okay, so if we're going to put the boat on the boat show bond, there's only 15 days a year that we're going to be able to sell it, Mr. Ficarino. Yeah, and the first thing we're going to have to do is talk to a customs broker and check on the duty paid. So, Mr. Ficarino, what do you think the 88 Limone is worth? So you think the boat is worth $3.8 million, and you've been looking at similar boats on Yacht World, and you've come to the conclusion that you think it's $3.8 million. So, Mr. Ficarino, I've done just a few quick searches here, and I can see that based off the size, the vintage of the boat, the build, I think that a retail asking price of somewhere around 3.25 might be a little bit more aggressive than the 3.8. So the commission structure is as follows. We sign at 10%. Okay. So Mr. Ficarino, if you want to work at an 8% commission rate, we're going to reduce the marketability of the boat. Well, yeah, other brokers are not going to be interested in the boat at a reduced commission, and that is something that I had to lead with in a conversation with the brokers, that I have to disclose to them that I have a reduced commission. And at the end of the day, Mr. Ficarino, you will always be in control of the actual price of the boat. The buck stops with you. Any offer that I bring you is going to have a gross number and a net number. If you don't have your net number, we don't sell the boat perfectly net. And Mr. Ficarino, the other thing, if we start at 8% commission, tell me real quick, what 20% of my job do you not want me to do? Yeah. Mr. Ficarino, our listing agreement is put together by some of the finest maritime attorneys in our industry, and you're more than welcome to have your legal team take a look at our listing agreement, but I think you'll find that it's up to snuff and up to par because we've had some of the best maritime attorneys format and put this listing agreement together. Yeah, so Mr. Ficarino, the next step is for me to put a listing agreement together with your boat's information, your information, and I'll get over that to you as soon as possible. Can you give me your contact information starting with an email, please? Charlie at spicymeatball.com. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you our listing agreement and go ahead and respond to that with all the pertinent information you have on the boat as well as your contact information. Right, so once we get that central listing agreement back, the next step is for me to conduct a photo shoot, perhaps a drone shoot as well on the boat as well. We'll get the boat photographed properly, and then okay, so you're in the middle of a couple of projects that you'll be wrapping up. As soon as you wrapped up those projects, we'll get the boat properly photographed and then get it into the marketplace. And also, Mr. Figueroa, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look in a dockage down here in Fort Lauderdale, somewhere it's convenient, somewhere where the boat will show well, and I'll get back to you with pricing and availability. Yeah. Mr. Figueroa, I'm excited. I think that this is a very sellable boat. I can't wait to get it into the market. I think you're going to be impressed with the marketing and the exposure that your boat is going to get. And I think we'll be able to get this thing sold in an efficient manner. Mr. Figueroa, again, thank you for the call. I'm excited that we're going to be working together, and I look forward to working with you in the future. All right, fantastic. You too. Bye-bye.